Thursday night saw Otago wresting the Donald Stewart Memorial Trophy from Southland's grasp. Today, Auckland will be hoping to replicate that effort by taking back the Stan Thomas Memorial Trophy in another long-established derby clash against Waikato. The home side will be riding high on the back of their comprehensive win over Manawatu, but very wary the Turbos didn't bring their best bib and tucker to that party, with today's opposition unlikely to make the same sartorial error. Auckland has much the better record in this rivalry, but not recently. Passion, hunger and determination have laid the foundation of many an upset in ITM Cup, as Waikato found out last week when Northland displayed more of those qualities. That lesson learned, plus a better return on a healthy investment in territory and possession, will be the message ringing in the ears of the Mulu men, along with the traditional bells that come with them. From All Black, Richard Turner joins me in commentary pod. Auckland smacks Manawatu, who beat Northland, who beat Waikato. So who's favourite here?
Well, actually, we were having that conversation before we came on here, and neither of us were quite sure who was going to take this one out. So the fact that I reside in the Auckland province or Auckland district, Tom, on that basis alone, I'll pick Auckland, but this should be a beauty. The first of two here on Sky Sports, so looking forward to it.
Yes, you have to go back 3 years since these guys have lost to their neighbours, but the history that may inspire them most will be the events of a week ago, conceding a half-time lead and dropping points in a crossover game, but they love to win this particular all-premiership clash. The choice of a forward to profile this week was an easy one, given the contribution already of Matt Van Leven. A high and productive work rate coupled with a natural instinct to be in the right place at the right time saw the Fraser Tech Lucy today at lock on the score sheet last week. Marcel Cummings turned another to excel in 2012. And the transition from 7 stardom to 15's fame is one requiring more than just raw talent, with work put in by Declan O'Donnell starting to show the benefits. The classy finish to a try against the Taniwha is anything to go by. Joe Parawiti is the new boy in the 15 at 12 to partner club mate Jackson Willison. Ted Tauroa, Jono Armstrong, Sam Kilgour, all surviving members of the bench from last week. Christie making way for Francis in the number 10 jersey. So if confidence is the difference between competitive outfit and a champion one in the making, the try blitz endured here over Sunday lunch 6 days ago by this team could well be the alarm clock that wakens the sleeping giant onto better things, though that was more a mid-year test than the exam they'll face today. And what is Heritage Day? So when they emerge, they'll be acknowledging the contribution of players from the past. Crowd building, a late turn-up by the faithful. They're turning up in numbers to support both sides. At just 24 years old, Auckland number 8, Peter Saili, is rapidly closing in on the 50-game mark for his province, and it's that experience young players around him will look to when things get tough. Prominent against the Turbos in all aspects of the game. Expect the same today. Liaki Moli and Sean Polwood, the only changes from that victory. And settled now in both in location and position, plus the responsibility of the captaincy, have done wonders for Hadley Parks. Repaying the selector's faith with strong leadership and solidity in midfield. It's the same backline too for the 4th match in succession, and that can only help. Dave Thomas looking for an injury-free run in order to fulfil his promise among a host of age group reps making up the hometown bench. Watch out for Albasa Paliali'i making an impact at halfback given the chance. And there seems to be wind everywhere in New Zealand today. How it's affecting Eden Park is the domain of another former All Black. Matt Cooper, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Tom. Richard, lovely to be here. Beautiful ground, the best in New Zealand. And the wind will come from the west, Auckland from your left to your right. And a lovely touch from the mighty Aucklanders. Ground in great condition to go and see all the past players. But the ground in good nick. The wind will be favouring the Aucklanders down to the right-hand corner. And the 137th match between these two great provinces, Auckland and Waikato.
Referee for today's fixtures, you saw Richard Kelly, Sheldon Eaton, Whaitari on one side, Steve Peargon on the other. Chris Peoples is the TMO. First of our doubleheader this afternoon. 37 years they've been playing for the Stan Thomas Memorial Trophy, and it's 2007 since Auckland won this clash here. We're looking to impress this afternoon after a wonderful display a week ago. What a wonderful start though, immediately picked up off a knock on.
Lost forward.
by Rory Grice. He's the one that collected the ball, and Auckland will get some early possession via a scrum.
Yeah, straight into the set piece here for both teams. Seen most of the games in this year's ITM Cup competition. Tom,
good chance.
Free flowing openings. And usually a bit of time on the clock before we get to the first set piece. Not so today. 30 seconds and we're into it.
Head high, please.
Plenty of weight in the packs. Not a lot of height. They're not huge locks on either side. Roman and Graham having to pull out late. Middleton and Van Leven in the middle row for Waikato, not quite as tall. No chance of an engagement there.
Yeah.
All right.
Doing the fussy. Yeah.
Just pulled out in time. Okay.
Wasn't happy with the set. Bailed out. Richie Kelly saying just got out in time.
This time, though. Okay.
129 kgs, the gentleman there. 20 stone in the imperial terms.
Tall too for it. Top Tom, so he's got a job to do today against Toby Smith.
And an under 20 this year, so look forward to him growing up. Matthewson still can't get it in, despite the new laws. Referee says he hasn't sorted it out. Let's get on with the job. And Waikato oblige. 10 metres inside the 22. They're on a forward roll. Leonard's looking for the ball, demanding some help from the forwards, and gets it, so he is not in the play just yet. You can see only 10 metres shy of the line. Big tackle put in by Tuangapasi to slow the progress, but it's only temporary. Cummings Toon keeps it rolling on, gets some help from Toby Smith. So good work being done early by the big man. Middleton, no different, grabs a metre. Leonard now gives the backs a chance. So an energetic start from the visitors, but the defence sound, very sound indeed, turn the ball over.
Hold it on. 12 on his feet. Not one of them.
Well, the skipper.
I think
Park's
doing an opportunity.
The good work.
Early.
The tackle situation. Ryerson taking it into contact.
From now, okay. Right, I've got an
Anscombe kick is very effective.
As you say, Tom, there. So the second arriving player did it nicely too. So pressure relieved for Auckland for the time being. Some issues there, Matt, for McCartney.
Yeah, I think it could be just a little bit of blood there. It certainly won't be the last he'll ever get in his rugby career, Richard. Good player too, McCartney. Lively start from the Mulus. And let's see how this line-out go. Big pack too, Richard, from the Auckland side. They're a huge pack, 35 kgs more than the Mulus.
And throw a poor one from McCartney, and Leonard, well, he takes full toll. Has good support too. The pass from Middleton. Now the bit of confusion as to who would take it. So that good work undone. The counter from Matthewson. They'll keep it in hand for the moment. And McCartney making amends for the poor throw. Grabs a metre or two. Anscombe partially charged. Everyone on side. Well, he couldn't pick it up. So errors both ways.
Oh yeah, shakes his head too, Molly. Disappointment, because if he'd got that to hand, he's got a bit of pace. No. Molly.
Good.
A couple of times here. Firstly, Waikato issues communication-wise, and then almost Anscombe kicking into his own player.
No, I felt the halfback had time to put
Who's
the ball
the breeze favouring, Matt?
It's favouring the Aucklanders, and it's going down to the right-hand corner, or the top left or top right of your screen there. That's where it's favouring. Always a good opportunity to run with ball in hand. Interested in Piers Francis, the new Waikato first five Englishman. Played a season for Auckland, and here he is now in the number 10, the vital position.
I'm just going to bring it up
for the Waikato side. Bit of heat going on there, Richard, between Ben May, Toby Smith.
Yeah, but plenty of experience in that Waikato front row, Matt. And clearly the Auckland front row well aware of that. And the key for them is to get that hit, get it early. Try and get as much momentum as they can. They're certainly on their toes, the Auckland front row.
Let's just take a look there at Piers Francis from Gravesend in England. If you know the geography, from northwest Kent, one of the oldest established towns in that country. Young talent from that area. Inside passer, good in. Saili with a tackle though, and again on his feet long enough to convince the referee he should have had the ball.
Yeah, well, it's a second player into the contact that's doing the damage for Auckland on that occasion. Tita Saeli doing the good work. Waikato just on occasion not getting there in support of the ball carrier quick enough.
Well, there's living proof of Matt's analysis of the wind. A great clearance from Manscombe.
Richard, you and I talked about another team, didn't we, before the game, about blowing away those players around the ruck there. Waikato a little bit slow when the player goes into that tackle ball situation.
Auckland have had a good line out this year, and the first one wasn't very impressive, the second one far more so. So Manscombe decides running is the order of the day, and he brought Whakatawa into the action, but he was floored very quickly. McCartney continuing the momentum, just 5.5 metres shy of the line. Look for support from Paul Watt, the open side flank, who places it beautifully for Matthewson. Should be quick ball off the deck and is, so continuity between Aucklanders at the moment good. McCartney grabs a yard or two more. Seeley is snaffled straight away. May coming up quickly, and they go back a metre or two, the home side. Now another chance to bring in one of the quick guys, Moala, and he is able to breach the first line of defence, but not the second. The strength of Piatel on display. This guy is quality. 3 tries last week and another this afternoon early.
Oh, he had plenty to do too, Tom, did Charles Piatel. A wonderful build-up phase play from the Auckland side. Moala there, the initial break, and again, quick recycle was the key. And then he had plenty to do. He's in the tackle of Honeck, but he's big and he's strong. It's Charles Piatel. And Matt, for me, Waikato just not committing people to the breakdown as a concern, fanning out, but not fanning out wide enough clearly on this occasion.
Yeah, they've got a history too, haven't they, the Waikato side, for fast, aggressive defence, Richard, and it wasn't there then. I thought Moala might have just blown that by going in, tucking it in there, but good strength from the Auckland fullback, Charles Piatel. It's a very good streak. Go outside Zach Honeck's tackle. This guy's kicking well. He's kicking at 81%. Gareth Anscombe. Difficult day for kickers, but he's a good one.
He certainly is. He averages around the 80% since he emerged on the scene. And he'll be a little right to left it. In fact, he judged it, but only just off the upright, in between, and 2 ball points for Auckland.
Waikato dominating territory, 80-20. Tom, so 8 minutes into it. That one's got to be against the run of play, but good possession for Auckland.
That confidence has spilled over from last week, Richard. Renata with the long kick this time. No chance of forwards contesting. They'll go for the touch finder where the wind will help. Not trapped well. And Bradley, the captain, will see it trickle over the line and some 50-metre gain. Anscombe good off the tee, but also good in general play with his kick so far.
No further, White.
Get up! Get up! Boxing here.
No feed from Cummins' turn. Two had a take from Middleton. Taller of the two, Leonard. Eyeing up his options, and so too to Tuangavasi, but the referee said just a fraction offside.
3.
Murphy was far away though. There he is.
Offside.
Wow. He was going back. Just didn't, probably half a step maybe in it.
Certainly showed his mobility.
Just keep working on offsides when you're under
Renata is absolutely sure of his touch, albeit only 25 metres upfield.
White, please.
That's it, hold it.
Clean take of the line out last time. And looking to repeat that effort. Same throw, same taker in Middleton. Solid foundation. Leonard spurring them on to even better things. Auckland defence fragmented. Tuangavasi, he's got a busy. And, stay on his feet, so slight chance for Waikato from this distance, Matt.
Oh, a bit far, but I think it's a good line-out, wasn't it? Good line-out drive. That would be right into the teeth of it. I think he should... I must be proved me wrong here, but he should go for touch. And but a good line-out drive from the Mooloos. Chris Middleton, bit of acids went on him during the week after a very good game against Harbour, but quiet last week against the Northland side. And here is a good opportunity for the Waikato team.
Here's the drive from that set piece Pep was talking about, and then with Vasi there, the criminal.
Okay, guys, this is the last time I speak. Good
They
get.
found a successful formula. Run-out time. Surprised if there's much variation on that one. No, there wasn't, but this time it was red. And Auckland stole the ball. Morley getting up and pitching it, and now the Auckland drive impressive. Matthewson. Good clean strike. Gets back that lost territory.
You're right, that was a very good Auckland drive, well formed. And well executed.
Good get, please, White.
Giving Matthewson some good space for the big clearance with the wind at his back.
This time back to precision in terms of the catch, but not the throw.
Well, he overcorrected, didn't he, Tommy? The first one, he threw it to the Auckland, the line out previously up the Auckland half. This time he went his side. Tight call, but the correct one from referee Richard Pryor.
Real good this side. Real good. Okay, keep that standard. Good bind. Okay.
Parks will be very happy with his team's position on the scoreboard. First time they had a chance to attack. They prospered.
Wallace come off his left wing.
Yep, let's go.
Immediately behind Vicky Toa.
Palmerston-born Parks. Spent a bit of time in Canterbury. Up to Manawatu, but he's really found his feet here.
Coach!
Amazing what happens, Pod, when you give someone the captaincy. They step up. Which will play a big part today. And it's an example of prepared to take people on physically. He's over 100 kg, so he can handle it.
I felt he was fine. Team going forward.
Just see in the picture there, the rain at Eden Park starting to come down, and it'll make it even more difficult. Big tackle there too from Francis, number 10, putting the shoulder in on Hadley Parks.
You're looking for a quick recycle on that occasion, but the Waikato defence, Matt, as you say, very good, slow it down. Auckland had flooded that right-hand side, and we're looking to go again, but not to be. So they'll go back to a set piece.
Yes, Stan Thomas, after whom that trophy is named, was one of the founding fathers of the Harlequins Club. Like the Barbarians and the Wellington Centurions, there are other organisations that invitation only, and they help rugby to prosper at all levels. And Nawala gaining some useful territory. And always on hand. Moley loves to run with the ball. Polwick gets to the 22, no further. McCartney is the senior member of this starting side, 66 caps to his name, but even that experience doesn't eliminate him making mistakes.
Holding on. 2 red on his feet.
It's been consistent on this. There's referee Kelly. Again, the key player arriving. Auckland support players just too slow getting there to clean out. So hands on the ball from the defending player. Has rights to it.
A very good blindside move from Auckland, Richard, too. They did very well going blind. Nice attack from Anscombe, nice and flat. But the Marcel Cummings-Toon, the man throwing the ball in, did very well over the ball.
Did well this time, too. He's got the throw back on target. Middleton pulled to the ground, but they've got to back up and they're rumbling it to the right. But it's not going any further. Call will come to use it shortly. There it is. So they do. And lose it in the first contact. that drizzle coming down quite heavily now.
Run into the zone, man.
Oh, it's fickle. It's it's not too bad, but it'll just make the surface is in great condition, Tom. It's just going to make it a little bit more, the handling, the wind coming through from the west. And it'll just make that a little bit tougher in terms of the ball control. I'm liking that new rule, Richard, at the back of the ruck, using it. I like that. It seems to be working well.
Yeah, it's been very positive approach to it by all teams so far in this ITM Cup, Matt.
Otago used it well the other night. They had a couple of minutes to close out a game. Of course, that's the area that was often used to perhaps just use up time. But they did it well, and they still managed to shut out Southland. Penalty to Auckland. And I suggest even with a breeze, this will be too far afield for Anscombe.
Rolling under.
Happy to plug the corner. And if the way those last two penalties out of hand, we'll have them very close to the goal line. If 22 metres, it's very close.
Lines mark.
McCartney, another from Palmerston North originally. It's that ball in, and it's taken to it. And a running by Matthewson, one of the features of his game. He has the defence on the back foot, who's helped out in numbers to drive it forward. McCartney, so often the first ball carrier away from the ruck. Anscombe spreads it. Defence up to the mark this time round. Clean out's good. Matthewson again. Anscombe looked to run. Was going to bring in Lamb, but couldn't release the pass. Made the right decision on the ground. Piutau, well, got his measure this time at least. Sealy, nice hands to flick it on very quickly to Pekatoa. He's taken down by Grice.
Nothing's coming.
But the advantage offside didn't eventuate. The penalty shot in front of goal will be taken.
Yeah, under advantage for a long time too, Auckland.
Thank you. 10 red offside.
Under pressure, Waikato, they'll be pretty happy with their defensive effort, Matt.
Sorry?
Absolutely, I think they're defending well, but I like the Matthewson and the quick phase ball from the blue and whites, and he gets right in there. This time it's been released by one of the forwards there, but yeah, lovely play there, and the offside. They defended well, but correctly, Richard Kelly pinging the Waikato side. I just like Matthewson. He's such a good halfback. We're going to lose him, aren't we, to Super Rugby as he takes on a new life in Perth with the Western Force. But just nice play there, and Anscombe should be bread and butter for him, Rich.
Yes, 2 visits to the 22 and 2 bags of points, assuming this is successful.
Yeah, thank you.
Next to no chance of Anscombe missing that, and he didn't. Brings up double figures for Auckland. They lead 10-0.
Lights on here at Eden Park. They've obviously one of these afternoon games in spring, but because of the weather over the country, Eden Park have decided to turn the lights on.
Just wait till he goes 10. As soon as he goes 10, then you can go.
One of the games this weekend, unaffected by inclement weather. This one is far more contestable, and that's perfect. Right on the button. Beautifully taken too by Van Leeuwen. Cummings' tune continues, though slips on the slightly wet surface. Smith going sideways. Onick going nowhere. Now starting to make some forward progress. Van Leeuwen again. Bradley trying to encourage the referee to award a penalty, and he's going to oblige because Sealy was far too quick off the mark. They keep through the chase. They won't need the advantage if that's picked up. Oh, the pass wasn't quite to Mickelson. It's not over yet in terms of an attacking move, and they'll get a second crack at the bar of scrum.
Him going forward. He's fine.
Well, I think Matthew's asking him Mathewson's asking him whether there was a knock on there, because it was certainly opportunity lost. Lovely little touch, finally got to hand, and here, have a look at this in ball. Oh no, he scooped it up nicely.
Yeah, you stay there.
Did Mickelson, but certainly if it had been better, he was in for all money.
I think he was talking about Piatel being unlucky a little bit, maybe, of securing the advantage to the Auckland side, but great anticipation from Piers Francis, wasn't it? He just knew the kick was coming and he anticipated nicely, showed a good turn of speed, but the sideline wasn't his friend that time. He had to flick it in. But a good opportunity here for the Moolies. They come away with points now in the second quarter of the game into the strong wind. It would be a very good reward for the Waikato side.
Crouch!
There's nothing to show for their endeavours so far.
Set!
Been here before. Good solid scrum. Going in the right direction for their cause.
Use it!
Turns and twists and very close now. Not quite over the line.
Hands are on!
Good defence getting under the ball carrier. A real scramble close to the line. But Auckland have rallied. Bradley,
Hands out.
captain, will fancy his chances with his bolt. He had a look to see if he'd go over the top.
He's on his feet. Outside the ball. Try.
And a try's been awarded. And Zach Honick's come up to the points, has he? He had the ball last, but it was a very decisive call from the referee.
There's Rory Grice. He's the replacement number 6 today. The camera is on him, but we think it could be Zach Honick.
Look for the guy with the headgear. Honick, he's reaching in for it. Bradley never got the ball, did he? The captain, no, it is definitely Honick. He's taken it from the captain and forced it. Referee did not need a second look. Saw it clearly, awarded it.
I'm not a big shoulder though.
Won't be the prettiest try you'll see this year. It all counts for the same. Renata in the face of the breeze and the drizzle. Just drifted across the face of the post. A difficult kick indeed, but 5 points nevertheless for Waikato.
No, I didn't think so. That's not what I saw, so I've just had to make a call. That's what I've got.
Now will Auckland respond? Winston went to the 22. It was always going to be Waikato's ball. And it takes the responsibility himself. He carried it back, so wasn't kicking for touch. Piatel tries to get something going. And manages a little forward momentum at least. And Anscombe looks for the touchline on the opposite side. Renata there in plenty of time. His clearance. And grabbed some useful yardage. And back inside Auckland territory by 8.
Gee, that's not bad into the wind, Tom. Wonderful clearance. So the sticks roll through the bottom of your screen. The real
Play on, it's quick line out.
It's got real imbalance to it as that territory one.
Another quick throw in. There's Auckland. Tuangafasi to the wreck. Brookman with a pass this time. Anscombe getting his captain involved, and they do give the space that Piatel requires. He doesn't need much, takes it all, bumps off the sole defender, enough to slow him down. Mickelson pitched the intercept. Waikato breathe a sigh of relief, but it's only temporary. As they'll find themselves, well, they've come away with that because Anscombe got the ball, saw some space, but took too much of it and put it out on the fold.
Gee, looks good, doesn't he, Charles Piatel? Runs strong, long strides, big high stepping action. Just unfortunate second contact there, losing control of the ball.
just backs himself in the tackle every time. Gets the pace. This to Middleton, but as we saw before, and you'd have to say the Breeze has got a part to play in that. They just drifted across.
What's plan B, Richard? If your hook is thrown in at the back, you know, do you shorten the line out, go front?
Yeah, go back to the stock standard. Middleton was a good option for them. Certainly you shorten it up, less than the margin for error. Just try and get his confidence back, go short, go to the front.
Straight. Not that last one. You show me how you can do it. You show me a bad way.
Not a pleasant day at all now. Just half an hour prior to kick-off. It was. Shelter being taken by the Auckland bench.
Touch!
Forward to warming up and getting into the play later on in the piece. Matthewson and Parks this time. Spilt by Moala. Waikato.
I couldn't tell.
Bounce back with a scrum.
I hear you, but I couldn't tell.
You just didn't quite get the execution here. He's just looking to hold it up. Moala's a little late getting there.
Yeah, I just said I couldn't tell. Okay. So I've just gone with the first
Not
impression.
exactly a free-flowing game just yet. Pod.
Good.
No, cannot be accused of that just yet.
Better that gap.
Right on halfway.
Touch. Set.
Backs stacked. Near side, they go on the other. Leonard's kick. Sure, he meant it to be quite as straight as that. Again, they just can't stop Piatel first time. And that gives Parks some extra time to work his magic. The draw, the pass, Moala, he won't get there on his own. He'll get help though. Parks got there straight away to protect the ball. Auckland will have another crack surely. They do. Anscombe. Manu and they spinning the wide passes now. Surely a chance that Fikitoa will take with both hands, and he does.
Well, there's some continuity. Wonderful from Auckland, and boy, oh boy, Malakai Fikitoa, he showed some good pace to finish that in the corner. Some great build-up work. Skipper Hadley Parks just thriving in the role, leading by example. Piatel again made the initial break. It's from the Leonard kick. Parks does very well here because Mickelson was defending that pass nicely, just shadowing it, so they did well. And then the quick recycle, they were under advantage. The Waikato defence was up too quickly. They saw the opportunity was out wide, and look at this. He had plenty to do, albeit it was a hooker he had to go around, but good pace. A good finish, Malakai Fikitoa.
Magnificent pass too, Richard. I think it could have been from Nui Tua. There was a lovely pass there for one of the big Auckland forwards. And again, started by Piatel, and this will be challenging, this goal kick.
There's two or three very good passes in that move. Parks' broad pass was a beauty. And because test so far, Anscombe doesn't pass it on this occasion. 15-5.
He showed a lot of speed, didn't he? He just there on the outside. Good speed. He had the hooker to take on there, but lovely finish there from the Auckland centre, Fikitoa.
Yes, he was the player of the tournament. Pod, you remember this, 2011, the Sevens in Queenstown. Gordon Titchens makes that selection. And I think we've just seen a very small example about why plenty of pace and the ability to finish. Saley and straight into Van Leeuwen. The placement is secure. Mouldy. He got halfway through Smith's tackle, enough to keep going a little further. Renata. They look to run it this time. He's been kicking it back, but Bradley, the captain, probably made the call. Give it to me. We'll second a few defenders.
Hold.
Francis kick. This time, Piatel decides the left foot drive down the touchline's the way to go.
There you are.
Shows he can kick as well as run. Leonard. He's coming up on the back at just a chance for the backs to run this. They've had precious little ball recently. Bryce called in at the last moment. Toby Smith. Turinavasi, the two props going head to head. Kadawiti's quick ball on. But as soon as O'Donnell touched it, driven to the ground.
By number 15, Piatel.
Francis. Taken by Luatua. Leonard. More ball for Waikato. Joint running it freely. Bradley lost it on the tackle. And despite the support from Willison, couldn't get it to the centre.
Oh, good work initially from Bradley. He just got ahead of himself because he knew he came on the cut, which was the right line, and then he knew he had the support on the inside. He was just trying to get the offload through to the... Jackson Willison couldn't do it, lost control. So disappointing end here for Waikato.
Might be Peter Saili, I think, over there. There's the Blues coach, JK, Sir John Kerwin, looking at a bit of talent. And there is a bit of talent here too, Richard, on the Auckland side.
It certainly is, young talent too. It's the job that John Kerwin's got to do, Matt, rebuild this Blues franchise. It's the easiest way to build it from within. Find the young talent. It's prevalent. Auckland, North Harbour and Northland. And no doubt he'll make the journey up tomorrow to Northland for the Northland Harbour game.
They've been quite crucial too, haven't they? Those missed tackles, as we just see the stat below. A couple of times, the Vicky Tau try. That's the, you've got to make sure you tackle this Auckland number 15 this afternoon, been very impressive.
Yes. His explosion personified as Charles Piatel. Looks to be quite a heady player too. Previous occasion he was very isolated, so went for the kick down the line instead of just charging forward.
Probably be quite happy, I suppose, Waikato, if they turned at 15-5 down, 10-point margin. Very good breeze, good strong wind behind them in the second 40. Important to hold this Auckland machine out.
Crouch!
Matthewson.
Touch!
For the three instructions and just on the verge of set, and they didn't.
Let's go. Just shift your head out slightly, please. So it's got a gap. Yep, let's go.
Have another go. Overall, this has been an improvement to the game, but occasionally...
The size of this tight head prop, Tuamafasi, the Auckland young tight head prop here, big boy.
Touch!
Just with the way he gets around the field though, mate. Doesn't slow him down. Scrum superiority on that case.
Here comes on the other side, Poliasi Manu, the man ping. Now, Toby Smith talked about experience.
Ben May was letting him know too, Richard, no uncertain terms after that scrum.
Yes, they do.
More room to work with for Renata.
What are you doing, boys? We can fix it up.
Is well enough.
Look for the line-out drive, probably Richard. Middleton seems to be the go-to man this afternoon.
Seemingly the plan, except to take it to the front and didn't get it. So Honeck tidies. We've got an alternate strategy. Smith will keep it close. Van Leeuwen enjoying his role. He's a lot today, showing his versatility and value to the side. Up on his feet again to help with the drive. So you can see the top left of your picture, the goal line. So big patience required here by the Waikato forwards, and they're showing it. Bradley puts the fend in. There's two others behind him. Still 7 metres short of the line. But the forwards continue to be entrusted with the duties. Cummings' Toon among them. It might only be a half a metre at a time, but it's going in the right direction. May. Just 4 short. So severely test the Auckland defensive pattern. Saili in there, not able to turn it over. They went straight on the ground, as did Honig. All available, and then they lost control, but regained. It's lost forward by Auckland, so playing with a knock-on advantage. Smith. McCartney with the tackle. Cummings' Toon, they're very close. Leonard drops the ball, but the first advantage hadn't expired.
I agree, but I'm still playing advantage because they haven't gone anywhere.
Generous for a knock-on.
Lost 4.
Yeah, that's exactly right. From a knock-on.
Yeah, lost 4. I was playing advantage.
They had possession of the ball. Waikato, but they'll quite happily go back to the set piece.
Yeah, he said they hadn't gone anywhere, and that was the reason why referee Richard Kelly made that decision. But nothing greater for a Waikato forward to go to work and just smash your bodies against the blue and white jersey. They love coming up State Highway 1, and those forwards would have actually enjoyed that, even though they didn't come up with the points. That was a good passage of play, good hard work being shown by the Waikato forwards, Richard.
Yeah, look, I just pick up on that point, Matt. You know, the knock-on, Tom, for me, the advantage is possession of the ball in the game of rugby. So if it's a knock-on and you've had possession of the ball, the fact that you don't go anywhere with it, you know, is, for me, in that situation, kind of irrelevant.
I agree. I think if it goes to one other player and he's made a decision, if it was the wrong one, then it's your fault. That's it. Let's carry on.
Well, normally that's one that knock-on advantage is really quite limited. It's quite short, isn't it? Penalty advantage we know goes on for a long time, but a knock-on advantage is normally just as soon as you've passed one hand, basically, they almost let it go, don't they?
Yeah, that's how, and it should be. So head back to the set piece here. Have a look, keep an eye on Toby Smith here. He's up against Alpha Fussy.
Big scrum, isn't it? This one here.
Tall, Matt, that's the thing. And Toby Smith, on every occasion, is just trying to get his head underneath Tōna Fussey's chest, put pressure on him, pop him up. He's long in the back. He's got a world of experience, Toby Smith.
Yes, the
Crutch!
front row of Waikato, more experienced prop-wise than their opponents.
Ball's out.
This time Auckland did repel, and the ball was awful to O'Donnell, and he did well to keep it up and wait for help. The cavalry arrive in numbers, and they keep him up so they can push and push within 2 metres of the line. There's a demand by Matthewson, and it's been responded to by the referee. The ball was trapped going nowhere.
Collapse maul.
And as it was a maul originally, it was the Auckland that came up with the ball.
Yeah, okay.
It's just the sheer momentum behind that man there, Declan O'Donnell. He couldn't hold it up any longer, and of course, Auckland player gets underneath them.
He defended well here. They had him up high. Did the Auckland defenders, so irrelevant. Once it went to ground, it was a collapse maul. Richard Kelly had called it a maul. It'll be Boyd also, Tom. Much better scrum previously from Auckland.
Well, halfback Alex Matthewson's got a real challenge. He's got the post right behind him normally, and the risk is passing back to your first 5. So good opportunity here if it's a good hit from Waikato.
Set.
And it is starting to turn and twist, and picked up by Bradley. It'll be the captain who brings up the next pointer. Well, that was a superb scrum, and Bradley had no hesitation in picking it up and diving over.
Well, just talked up the Auckland scrum, Tom. Let me down. Yeah, key hit in the drive, and then it got trapped. Ball got stuck in the second row, came through to Bradley, big and strong.
Marvellous try there for Waikato, under a lot of pressure, and that was a wonderful scrum and a good passage of play. They've been working hard, and no harder trier in the first 40 than their number 8 and skipper, Alex Bradley.
And ran straight at the halfback too. Tua tried to help Matthewson, but Bradley's just too strong at close quarter. Not just 5, but 7 to the Waikato tally.
Well, Matt, you're saying Waikato would be happy at 15-5. They'll be stoked now.
That's all right. I mean, that's quite significant. The wind has actually died a bit, Richard, anyway, but it would still favour the Mulus in the second half. But it's probably the psychological edge of scoring that try, and particularly at scrum time, which should make the Waikato boys pretty positive when they go into the sheds.
Anscombe finished with the shorter kick. Won't benefit much initially. All good chase. Renata came up though, and
I'm going to go double knock on. First one by White.
Coming from Auckland.
A good commitment though from Fiki Toa.
Ice. Please. Let's go.
Waikato conceded a couple of impressive tries to Auckland. They've got themselves well and truly back into the splash. Both teams very effective once they get inside the opposition 22.
Touch!
Scrum sets, though,
I can't tell.
not good today.
I can't tell. A little bit high this way. Yeah, not too low.
I like that from referee Kelly.
I didn't
Can't
go
tell,
because
so
we were
he's not
walking
just
all
going
over the place.
to short arm anyone for the sake of it.
You have to agree with that, especially in this part of the field.
Crouch!
And just time for one more move. Perhaps Waikato will be quite happy with the small deficit. Kick the ball out, go into half-time. Or are they going to try something more expensive? Certainly, Padawiti had an idea of breaching the Auckland defence, didn't do so. So Francis will take it downtown. Auckland, no chance of kicking that out on the full. So it will remain live into referee's time. Bradley straight to the ground, and they were unable to clear that. And this will be an invitation that Anscombe accepts.
Oh, well, within Anscombe's range. And with diminished assistance from the breeze, but no issues at all. It's all about getting the radar right here for Anscombe.
Yeah.
Bradley was.
I just had a look at you. You're lucky I still went your way.
Penetrative.
I want you right out there.
Knocked the first couple of guys over, but of course in doing so got in behind the Auckland line, and there wasn't enough Waikato players to clear out. And presents this opportunity. Oh, one of the better kickers in the country. Anscombe from 45 on the angle. Very measured preparation for every single kick. Same routine. And the same result. So on the knock of half-time, Auckland extend their lead to 18 to 12. So Stan Thomas Memorial Trophy, and Brendan Leonard talks to Matt Cooper.
Well, Brendan, a little blip at the end, but a pretty good 40 from the Waikato side, especially up front. The boys have done well.
Yeah, we plan to sort of take their legs in the first half and hopefully play down there a bit more, so we've got to work on that in the second half.
And you got the win behind you, so that'll be useful.
Yeah, again, we've just got to tactically play it well and kick well, and hopefully, as I say, play some footy down their half.
Okay, good luck.
Cheers, mate.
Is it a 6-point breeze? We'll find out shortly. For the moment, though, Auckland lead 18-12 at the break. That game has worked for them so far.
Pete Saeli's off number 8 for Auckland, Tom, and Joe Edwards is on number 19 from Takaranga.
Any change to those conditions, Matt?
No, every time we start, the rain comes down.
This will be an opportunity for Luatua, and he's taken it. It's a good chase on the kickoff. Parks can't get past the fence. Good tackle there from Piers Francis. Opportunity of a turnover. Waikato is trying to keep it Auckland's way, but Leonard has it. So that was top defensive work started by the young first 5. The kick will have Auckland scurrying back.
We're good.
Even they won't run it from here. Lamb. And his kick askew.
I'd like to see that again, Richard. He did really well, Trent Renata. He didn't try and thump the ball. He almost half-checked the kick, the Waikato fullback, when he put that kick through, because it would have gone and they'd be straight back at the other end. You just watch Renata here when he lines up here. He almost just didn't he just check that kick?
Not straight, get up, get up.
Yes, that's the favourable corner today to get the benefit of any breeze. The line-out's a mess. But Auckland get it in the end of Matthewson. James O'Donnell back, and he's content to get Renata involved. And another short kick that he chases himself. Tuangafasi. He's been everywhere, the prop.
Play on backwards.
And the touch finder from Matthewson will take play back inside Waikato territory.
Mike, that's
I'm very impressed with Tuangafasi, Richard. His work around the field. He's there at the breakdowns. He's making a few tackles. He's productive when he does get to those breakdowns. There was a lifter on that occasion, but it didn't work because it's in the hands of Tim Mickelson, Leonard, and Cummings-Toon. Give a try recently. It's spurred his confidence. The tackles turned the ball over and Molly scooped on it, but it was dropped by Brookman. So turnovers.
Sorry,
either
Sheldon,
way.
what was that? At this phase here.
It's the young Sean Brookman.
So 2 double knock on, first one by Red. Thank you.
Shot.
First one by Red.
Well, that was a real opportunity for Auckland.
Sorry, I've gone with the call.
I couldn't get hold of it. There's Joe Edwards, a replacement for Saeli.
Yes, the Blues under-18 captain.
Reshuffle Luatua to the boot for Auckland.
Crouch.
Edwards to the side.
What do you want? Check. Touch. Set.
It's one of the better sets of the afternoon.
Stay 7.
Anscombe grubber kick, partly deflected. So everyone onside. Oh, huge chase from Mickelson. Really put Matthewson under a tremendous amount of pressure and the reward of a penalty.
9's off his feet, playing the ball.
He didn't have too many options there, Albie Matthewson. Look, Piatel had gone past him, so he knew that if he'd left it there, Waikato would have picked it up and probably had the momentum. He had to do something. I guess the choice there was give away 3 or potentially let 7 go.
Did well. He realised his mistake, Richard. He placed it on. He placed the ball, but he placed it right in front of the oncoming Waikato boys. So he thought he might as well just whip it back. But a great opportunity here. Good kick too from Mickelson. The danger, isn't it, when you grubber the ball through like Anscombe did back at halfway. If you kick it into land, it's good. But if you kick it straight to a player, the danger here is this could be the end result. And Renata, good goal kicker. And he'll be doing a lot of kicking in this half.
I certainly enjoy kicking more in this direction than he did the last. And opens his second half account. 3 points.
Well, no doubt the word accuracy would have been used a few times in the Auckland changing room, because they need to be into the wind, because as you say, Matt, you make a mistake or you're not accurate, you're just going to give away easy yards. It's hard work, too much work for, or too hard for the forwards to be trudging away and then giving up easy yards and working all the way back into a defensive situation.
So Anscombe varies the kickoffs. This time going long. Leonard takes it behind him, takes it well too. Catching in these conditions never easy. Kick in response, a beauty. Doesn't go out. Poor throw there from Edwards, making life difficult for Piutau. Somehow he comes up with a pretty reasonable kick.
Yeah, wonderful nudge from Leonard, the Waikato halfback. Good to see him playing too. Good to see him playing a lot more rugby. Had a lot of injuries in the last couple of years.
Stolen line out, but not tidy, although it falls kindly for Anscombe and the Parks. And now they got a chance. Waikato flicked it on, and Piutau. Is anyone ever going to tackle him first time? Not today so far. It's a huge advantage for Auckland. So much impetus in their attack, although it's laboured a little bit here. Moala tries to get it going again. Gets past Middleton, but not Smith. Ball's available. McCartney is making a good first five, at halfback I should say. Lil Tua kept it going. So clean out from Morley. The penalty. A waste of a well-earned 50 metres of running ball.
Eight on his feet.
Renata. There's about 6 metres to work with. Takes 26.
Just heads up about the lost forwards and stuff now, guys, because it's quite noisy in there. We're going to have to
Great line-out count there. As I mentioned earlier, Auckland's got a pretty impressive line-out record so far this season, and they're making life tough for Waikato in this phase of play. Simmons turn throw. Even then, it wasn't a clean catch. There's a deflection forward and another line-out turnover. That's been the bane of the line.
Absolutely. Probably not Cummins' tomb on this occasion. Look, straight through the hands of his intended receiver.
It doesn't seem to be very sympathetic, does it? It seems to be a bullet of a throw, and not that I'll ever profess to be good at taking line-out ball, Richard, but perhaps the coming in from the hook is coming in pretty hard, isn't it, in these conditions?
Perhaps he's trying to counter the breeze that's blown a few off target.
Counter the breeze, and then the last line-out, Tom, was intercepted, so he's got a bit going on in his head at the moment, Cummins too.
Can't blame him. It's credit to Auckland, though. They've instilled that lack of confidence. Parks has no such problem. He's happy to rumble that ball up almost on his own. Anscombe, not too many runs today. Good little tackle around the ankles from Honick. No Waikato players committed to that breakdown, so they fan out. And then, therefore, quite effectively, Cummings' team puts down his opposite, but from an offside position. So Auckland can take a few risks here, knowing they're sitting with that penalty advantage. Anscombe.
Too slow there.
But, not
Number
enough.
2, offside. On the fringes.
Advantage? None, in fact, according to the referee.
Yeah, better from Auckland. Pick and go. One-off runners, far more accurate. Supporting players, shifting bodies. Making good yards, Auckland.
It's Cummings' turn, getting up to make a second tackle, but not retreating. Afternoon rugby pod. We all wanted it, didn't we? Everyone said, let's play afternoon
That's what
rugby.
they tell us.
Just wait till the line-out's over before you come in here.
Yeah, I can confirm it's gone past the drizzle. It's now more than a drizzle.
Can you go and fetch my car for me? Matt, I'm parked about 20 minutes away. This is dangerous. Ben Lamb He ran straight, got to the 22. Moley was the dummy runner, so that lured a few defenders. Anscombe with a skip pass across to Moala, and he tries to bump off Mickelson. Brought down round the ankles. Matthewson offloads. Auckland looking dangerous, the most they have so far second half. Manu so close, dragged over by his counterparts, and they've scored.
19.
And getting the credit was Joe Edwards. I think Manu made the incision, and Edwards finished it.
Waikato just guilty, not making first-up tackles. Allowed Auckland that front foot momentum, and then Holwood took it into that contact. Manu had a crack, and then was held up, and yeah, it was the man, the reserve, Joe Edwards.
Well, I'd hate to see, I suppose the Waikato boys would hate to see these Auckland outside backs, the likes of Ben Lamb, Piatel, Vicky Taylor, etc., in dry conditions, because they are outstanding. They're beating the first tackle all the time, and that led to a very good try. Good running, good direction from Anscombe, and for placement. Joe Edwards, we believe, is the man who got the touchdown.
Yes, he showed good wherewithal. First he helped Manu, then he decided he could wrestle it from him. All the tacklers were hanging off the prop. He scores, so too Anscombe, that's 7.
Yeah, good variation from the phase play too from Auckland, isn't it, Matt? The pick and goes in the one-off runners, and then choosing to move the ball at the right time wide. Here's the finish of it. One who held up. Edwards there, try.
Yeah, we've talked about at the back Piatel, but I'm really impressed by Moala as well. George Moala on the side, on the left wing, been very impressive.
Edwards back into the fray immediately.
You're just folding over.
It's a penalty for his side, but committing himself.
Folding around off your feet.
Waikato now needing to show a bit of composure. This man there is going to punish you each time, be it off the tee or out of the hand. McCartney.
No further 3.
No problems for Luatua. Edwards is making a play for a starting berth next week on the few minutes that we've seen so far. 12 highly effective minutes. Renata smashed in the tackle, but look at the skill to roll over in place. Just outnumbered at the breakdown. Molly got rid of it. Tuangafasi, this pass wasn't too bad. Edwards in the play, and Moala. Well, he juggled, and he sprinted, and he scored.
Heavy shoulder.
You'll be even more impressed with him now. Matt Cooper. George Moala, wonderful finish. Pass wasn't great, as you said, Tom, which meant he had to stop pretty much, bring it under control. But again, look at this. This is wonderful work from Auckland. Good determination on the chase, and then they got there in good numbers, got the leg drive going, turned the ball over here, and they knew immediately the opportunity was out wide. Again, the big boys involved in it, and there he just had to stop, so he got into a one-on-one situation. He stood him up. He beat the cover defence. Wonderful, Moala.
Cummings team won't want to watch that again, because it was a pretty straight-up tackle, but George Moala, he had to do a lot more. He showed blinding speed. He's impressive. He's a big man. Showed very good speed to get through, and that is a great try from Auckland. Very impressive.
I've got a question for you in a minute, Matt. We'll just see how this goes for Gareth Anscombe. Goes pretty well. Goes very well. That's a terrific kick. in the most difficult of kicking conditions.
A couple of changes just before we ask that question. We've got Dave Thomas, he's coming on for number 14, Ben Lamb, and Tawera Kubalo, the Chiefs halfback, coming on for Brendan Lennon.
I'm just curious, Marcel Cummings-Toon's been the last line of defence or close to it on those outside backs 2 or 3 times. Surely that's not his job.
Not his job, but you'll find from phase play, normally that's where they end up as well too, and that's probably where that happens as well. So a couple of changes there for the Waikato side, and it is the end of the day for Marcel Cummings-Toon. Vance Elliott replacing.
Yes, Waikato needing to do something. Bringing in the likes of Kubalo. Nicholson gets up there and harries the opponents. Joe Edwards in the middle of it with the ball. What else could he have done in his short tenure, Bod, to impress?
Well, if he was allowed the goal kick, probably the only thing.
Pietau. In his rare times, he didn't break the defence cleanly. His opposite, Renata, gets up there. And Francis with a cross kick. But it's probably to Edwards. It is. His footing not so good. Probably better off to leave that. That was a big decision. Pietau. Well, Francis chased the kick and made the tackle. Oh, another one on Parks. They get away with it. Fekitoa. It's a bit of a scramble, but an effective one.
Oh, they've got a penalty out of it too.
Late tackle, 7 red.
Oh, that's silly.
I've just got Wayne Pivac's comments at half-time in my ear, Richard, where he talked about patience and composure. And this last passage of play certainly was against what the coach was talking about.
Not very late, Paul, was it? Yes, I felt for Edwards there. If he'd conceded a try after all the work he'd done, simply from slipping over, it would have been a bit of a travesty, but he recovered his composure and they got out of trouble.
Gareth Anscombe's had a very good game at 10 for Auckland today. Just really, it's interesting to have a look at first fives when they play in these sort of conditions. If they stand out, it's a sign of a good first five, and no more so having John Kerwin, the Chiefs or the Blues coach, in the stand. So good performance by the number 10 for Auckland.
Yes, John sitting next to us and he was smiling, I tell you, when that last try was scored. Yeah. Dave Thomas in 22 making yards. McCartney always does. There were to Tuangafasi. And Edwards. He's got size, got ball skills. He might have just fallen the wrong way there. Or has he? No, he's got enough. If he use it cool and do so. Parks with a double skip across the face of the Waikato defenders. Fekitoa flat-footed, but got underway. Matthewson to Sean Brookman. Debuted against Canterbury a couple of weeks ago, so not a lot of experience in this Auckland side, but they're learning fast. Hanscom with the juggle and the catch. Polwell got over his ankle strain. No sign of that today.
No ruck and form.
Parks and Tuangafasi. Some good fitness too for a big guy. Hanscom not needed because Molly was on hand. This pass to Polwell. He'll support the open side flanker and make sure ball is available. No Waikato commitment there either. So defenders are plenty. Brookman took the pass off Manu. They're within 4. This could be a telling blow. No, it's a reversal. The penalty coming Waikato's way.
Holding on?
Oh, it was unfortunate because it was great continuity up until Brookman took it up, but they'd run out of supporting players. He knew that.
We're going to carry on.
And as soon as he went to ground, he was in trouble, Brookman. And Auckland just getting a big blue and white machine rolling now, Tom.
Renata, well, he didn't like the result of that because he was aiming for touch, but at least it was 60 metres downfield. Thomas, the diving catch and the slips. And Edwards did kick and chase that, but forgot the chase because he fell over. Pietau, that was on that occasion, my apologies. And this is Willison. They're getting a bit of a roll on now. Tawera Kubalo What a timely incision that was. Francis kept it going. Brent Levin, the link man, Honeck keeping things progressing in a forward manner. No halfback there. It's available for anyone who can get there. Van Leeuwen did a good job stopping Polwood coming through to pinch it. Mickelson. Waikato energised, and they'll get a chance at 3. I don't think they'll want it.
Well, they just want to bring things to a halt here, don't they, Matt? Because they've been playing that last phase with only 14 men. It's Ben Mays making his way back.
Yeah, big Teddy Tyrell coming on, number 17, to replace Ben Mays, trying to get back into position at the moment. There he is, hobbling to position.
Your breakdown work was, but not the offside.
See if there's a change now. Big Ted's a good size unit as well, Rich.
Yeah, he might just about even though his pack weight's up now, Matt.
Oh, he's 3 k's lighter than Tuanga Fussy.
They're saying the progress.
It's every bit of 126 that they told us. Luatua sacked it totally legally, said the referee. He's been a quiet achiever, Luatua, today. Still, it's Waikato with the momentum and with the desire. Quarter of the game remaining. Smith taken down by McCartney. Terbalo steering on the troops. And we'll get the instruction shortly. And they do indeed use it. Grass win a couple.
Use it!
Elliott nowhere to go.
Here comes Big Ted.
He's leaning. He's picking it up and he's going. Well, there was 260 kgs collision. And the net result, Waikato over the ball on their side. And Bryce within 5. Getting closer. But not close enough for points, but close enough for a scrum.
Yeah, key moment here for me, Tom. Waikato really, they need the score, keep themselves in touch. Close here. Auckland suggesting that he ran into his own player. He'll come back to the set piece. Ben May gone, so fresh legs and Ted Tauroa. See what he brings to the Waikato front row.
Waikato water boy going on there now. You can see him in shot there. Carl Hoft, one of the biggest water boys in world rugby.
Didn't mention earlier too, we talked about Stan Thomas, his trophy of course up for grabs. He's also a handy fullback for Waikato. And himself an All Black trial. And just a statistician provided us with great details about some of the past players. Of course, Heritage Day has Catley. Paul Noser mentions as the great Waikato hooker, played against Auckland no fewer than 29 times. Back in those days, that's quite an achievement. Distinctive Harlequins colours.
Yeah, Ted did a big Harlequins breakfast yesterday at Waikato Stadium, and wonderful people. They love their Waikato area. They love the Harlequins, and as I say, special clubs all over New Zealand, aren't they? And the Wasps and Rotorua, and the Barbarians. I think the Sassenachs and Otago.
Invitation only clubs. I haven't been invited to any of those yet.
Crouch! Saracens in the Bay, Richard, too.
Yeah, no, wonderful way of continuing rugby after the playing days are over. Penalty right in front of the post, but I'm pretty sure...
You got to love Alex Bradley, don't you? The rest of his team are excited. Go, go, go quickly. He's not even interested. We're going to go straight back to the set piece, and we're going to put some acid on this Auckland forward pack. Clearly, well, just didn't quite get the hit right.
And hit higher, okay? Same goes. Good bind and hit high.
Thank you. Keep him off the outside.
We'll recall in the first half, Bradley's try from position. And they put on a real powerhouse scrum.
Crouch!
Only one Waikato back.
Touch! Set!
The near side. So they're stacked out to Caballo's left, but they go right. Bradley Caballo, and he just shows a dummy. It was a nice-looking move. Renata only half a yard short. A stretch out. The referee's having a very close look. He wants another one. Talroy thinks he may have one.
Scrum time, boys. Scrum time.
I can't tell, but I am going to go to TMO.
They're all trying. Waikato are trying to sell the try. Auckland are trying to sell the scrum. I think the question mark might
TMO.
be...
Try or no try, please.
I don't think he could have been any closer to the referee.
Well, suggestion of a double movement. There's the big fella here. Down.
Definitely short there.
Definitely short there, but there's a second movement there. And that's when they start celebrating. There, look at him, see? He's got the right arm forward.
As long as he didn't lift his torso off the ground to propel it forward.
So, no doubt about that, but there, he's short there. And then watch the right shoulder. He rolls it over.
It's not on the ground yet. It may not ever be on the ground. Go on, Pod, make a call.
No try.
I
Why
agree.
no try was the question. No try.
I agree.
But they'll just go back to set piece and have another crack at it.
Yes, it was a fantastic shot from behind. We saw it was up. We saw hands underneath. Not sure this angle will do much for decision making. As the head of Edwards is in the way.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah. Okay, scrum 5.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Well done, Bob.
Inconclusive.
Well
Scrum
analysed.
5. Sorry. Time off.
About whether it was conclusive or inconclusive, it was try, no try. Simply should have been no try.
9.
I couldn't see it.
End of the day for Rory Grice, and he's been replaced by 19 Jono Armstrong. Pretty quick Lucy. Jono Armstrong from Te Awamutu Sports. And also the debut man was number 12, Joe Piriweti's been replaced by Sam Christie for Waikato.
Right, time on.
As we've seen Armstrong at the sevens as well, 2010 or 2010 I should say. And
Head up.
Christie will go into 12, straight replacement there into the midfield.
There's an opportunity here for Waikato. Waikato can get right hand up.
Touch. Set.
better scrum from Auckland, although the front rows do pop up. The referee's quite happy for it to continue on though. Waikato have them decimated. Lunge, the try, Bradley second. Don't make them angry, Pod.
No, then Bradley quite rightly going straight to his tight 5 saying, good scrum, fellas. So the assist from the tight 5. And disappointment for Auckland because the initial hit was good. And then they stood up in the front row and Waikato did it well. They kept their structure, so there was no suggestion of having to blow it up. So they kept their tight 5 together and Bradley off the back, strong.
Well, a couple of good things, Pod. You mentioned earlier on how crucial this was at this time of the game for Waikato to strike back. And then that scrum right under. Big Teddy did a good job there, Ted Taylor, with the tight 5. And Alex Bradley, number 2.
Two more points to the tally. And Ranter ensures the gap now just 10. And 15 to go.
A couple of changes for Auckland too. Poliasi Manu coming off now, being replaced by Angus Tauvel at number 17, and also number 20, I think, Officio Falafi replacing LB Matthewson.
This is the Samoan halfback of the Junior Worlds. Clearance kick for Francis. No quick throw in. Back to halfway.
Plenty of time, isn't it? Quarter of an hour to go. 10-point ball game.
Yes, the second half has certainly come to life. Edwards been part of the Auckland resurgence. And they need to get back down the other end, and they won't achieve it hanging on to the ball on the ground.
Easy on the head. Holding on. First arriving player.
Good emotion out there, Tom. 65 minutes. Still lots of energy. Here's the replacement, Ta'avao. And again, just got to have that supporting player there, shifting the defending body so quickly.
This is just what Waikato were looking for. Score a try, and then within minutes, they're back on attack, round the 22. And confidence on the rise.
A little bit of firepower in that backline, Matt, but I'm picking the mood that they're in, and I want to take Auckland on up front again.
Yeah, I'll let you have it today. I think it's got to be forwards.
11. Had a good first of blocking job today. And certainly the talking's increased since Kabala has been on. He's been really dishing out the instructions. Now he gets to dish out the ball. Brings in O'Donnell. No chances in the open for the flyer. Francis can't get past the Enscombe Parks double tackle. It's another penalty. Auckland a little frazzled at the moment.
Yep, and pump this into the corner.
Number 6. Not through the middle.
Number 2 found guilty. Renata being greedy. In fact, he found the 5-metre mark right on the button. He's put the forwards exactly where they want to be.
Thank you.
Auckland wanting to get their replacement hooker on there, Nathan Vella.
I'll have a look, but I need you guys to be accurate as well.
You have to go ahead with the line out.
Waikato wander into it. After pointing and gesticulating, and in the end, Middleton towered high above all others. Here's this platform.
Oh, it's a good set.
He's coming around and disrupting, though. Was Faliali'i. Might have been illegal. No, just a knock on there. So it worked for the half-back getting in there and spoiling.
He did it well, yeah.
Lost it forward when you ripped it out.
Organised it very well initially, did Waikato, then just lost their structure as they got momentum. Which allowed Faliali'i in there. Have a look, their structure was good, and then they lost it. Faliali'i in there, rips the ball, but Waikato will be just as happy now, heading back to scrum time.
Yeah, he did well, Richard, didn't he? Faliali'i came in nicely there, good strength from the halfback, but here's the Waikato, the big tight 5 metres out. The heat goes on, 11 minutes in the game to go.
Set!
Spending an awful lot of the last 11 minutes at this end.
7, stay on.
This time, Auckland scrum starts well and is more stable. O'Donnell, all the way past Anscombe. Caballo. Just getting closer. And central.
I choose it.
Tauroa. And wants that try back that he thought he had. Smith. Crawls his way along the ground. Helped by McCartney.
I use it.
Bradley looking for his hat-trick. Not just yet. And McCartney gets up and makes an aggressive tackle. They lose a couple of metres. Waikato regain it through Caballo and Smith together. Moala made the tackle, and to him they could say thank you, because the rest of the forwards got there
15 on his feet
and tried to grab it. got a penalty instead.
Oh, they've been impressive. Auckland defensively, just three missed tackles, Tom. And again, turnovers at the breakdown. That replacement, you did right, you said. He's pitching for a starting spot. He's not doing his...
It's not running way out there.
Any harm whatsoever. Contrast in how they've scored their tries, isn't it, Tom? Waikato beavered away up front. Auckland.
Massive
Long range, yeah.
A couple of changes. Nathan Vella coming on for McCartney. Had a good game at hooker. And Nathan Hughes for replacing Loki Molly for Auckland. So quite a few changes there for Wayne Tevak's boys. Vella gets an early throw.
As he senses the tack's tiring.
Just wait, please. Time's not on. Have a get.
Worked hard at the set piece, haven't they? The Auckland forward pack, Tom, and then they've had to back it up.
Just stay here, Knight.
Defended magnificently.
Tuitt delivers. Throw not straight. New hooker.
Not straight.
Same result. Turnover ball.
Well, they haven't beaten, Auckland haven't beaten Waikato at Eden Park for a few years now, isn't it? The last one they had for Auckland was in 2009, but Auckland, Waikato stole a few victories here in 2010, a couple of the semi-final and also round robin.
Yeah, 207 before, since Auckland the last one here.
Home away from home for the Mooloos.
Crouch! Touch!
Could all change today, though. Leads still with Auckland by 10. Waikato having to score twice in the remaining 8 minutes. I said about doing so. The ball turned over. Looked like perhaps on the ground. Now the referee is very happy with that. And Joe Edwards does the right thing again. As Ian Skim adds to that with some value on his kick. The chase is pretty good. Renata got it away though. Not sure what Elliott's going to do, just buy a little bit of time. Auckland just giving away far too many penalties.
Come around. You come through the side, not through the gate.
Very hard to get yourself in the right place of the field if you can see chunks of territory like this. Kick from Renata.
Through the gate.
Back to where they were just moments ago. Elliott's throw needs to be on the mark, and it is. Van Leeuwen with a quick response. The ball's lost and towed through. Bodies on the line for your team at the moment. Elliott got back there to protect it, but we'll go back to an earlier infringement.
Yeah, the knock on. The tackling player.
He's got it. Lost forward.
A good urgency shown from Auckland at that line out, coming through, and good to see too the Angus Tailvolt just come on, the Maris player.
20.
Good energy, and that's what you need when you have your replacements coming on.
Yes, Nathan Hughes disrupting the position, Tailvolt chasing it, but in result, Waikato have another scrum.
Let's go, Locks. Wait for my call.
Need to get better every time they set it.
Touch. Set.
Even when it collapses, they get the benefit of the doubt, if there was any. And whose fault that was.
Hidden shoulders.
Taking the brunt of the decision.
I guess the loose head prop's always going to get pinged. Scrum goes down in front of the referee.
Very good kick from Renata. Put it right down by the Auckland goal line. And a chance for that rumble, Todd.
Yep, they need to get it done though, Matt. They need to get it done.
Sit down.
get it quickly, get it over the line. We've got a ball game.
They certainly did it quickly. That must have been knocked on by Honeck. Doesn't matter as far as Auckland's concerned. They got the ball anyway. As Edwards pounced on Anscombe.
Stay 3.
And ensures that there's a chase on. Ran it on his own for a moment and helped out by Willison. And now O'Donnell. Tackle made. Vella from Auckland. Kibalo gets quality ball. Van Leeuwen. Straight down the middle. And Hadley Parks comes up with the ball. So a timely intervention from the captain. Tuangafasi. He's not going to lose it. Good attempt there from Waikato to turn the ball over. Oh, Jaggle, Faliali couldn't hold on. Advantage, Middleton.
It's lost 4.
Auckland can get no impetus in this game. Strong tackle from Faliali.
Guys, too messy. I'm going back for a lost forward off White.
Oh, it's messy, but it's only messy because 76 minutes. There's just still plenty of commitment out there. Both sides. Tomata Kubalo, real strength of his ability to hustle around the breakdown. He initiated the first. And have a look at him here. Sees the ball, gets the timing right. He's around. Astley, the halfback. The advantage came back the other way. Then Waikato turned it over, so decided to go back.
It's a good point, Richard. The commitment from both sides has been excellent this afternoon. I mean, the conditions have been testing with this weather, but been really impressed with the commitment. The attitude's been there.
Yeah, I know. Penalties, Auckland are conceding penalties, Matt, but for me, not too much negative in it because it's been an overcommitment from them at the breakdown that's got them into trouble, and I'd rather see that and, you know, give away a penalty than a lack of commitment at the breakdown.
Touch!
Used up the clock well, Auckland, because
Touch! Set!
Waikato with no progress in the last 10 or so minutes.
Stay 7.
And you'd have to say it's only playing for a bonus point now. Barring a miracle. Francis did well enough. I think he controlled it backwards.
That's fine. Turnover's good.
Now it's turned over. Edwards. Placement's good. Faliali'i, his side kick. He's run into chasing. O'Donnell tries to run it out and have to be adventuresome. Francis loses it. Squeezed out the tackle. Edwards got back there and ensured his body was between Waikato and the ball. Polwood back inside. Auckland score now. And be all over, including the shouting. Faliali'i, Polwood up to the 22, not over it. All these reserves, Nathan Hughes among them, working so hard. Spot tackle, driven backwards, Faliali'i, but the placement secure and pinched. But
I can't allow that. I can't allow that. But you're going straight up to 3. Feet, number 3.
Gets the referee's call for a penalty, and Mickelson on the fly. Anscombe with the tackle. Ball available again to Kurbalo. We have tried everything, Waikato, including a forward pass. And the crowd delighted that that move came to an end.
Let's go, guys. Probably last scrum.
Referee encouraging into the end. Both sides worked hard. There's the forward pass. Just timing was wrong. Simple as that. Auckland will get last roll of the dice here. Look at that turnovers. 23 turnovers, Matt. You're going to struggle doing that every game. Hasn't been too bad, that last stat. Handling errors 16 in total. I mean, like, ideal conditions at all. Both teams can be commended for that.
Auckland would love to finish.
Lost the ball there, guys. Is that all right?
I'm sure they retained. Paliali'i base. And Hughes standing strong. Elliott couldn't get it off him.
No, I haven't heard it.
Although
Use it!
quite happy to watch that clock tick by. They hear the siren. No cowbells ringing today.
And the side.
There's still a chance remain for Waikato to run in a try and get themselves
number 6.
a point.
That's it, there's no time for anything.
They get 2, that's what they've got to be conscious of, Tom.
Or a shot at goal.
Get within the 7 points and it'll be their 4th try.
And they've offered them a shot at goal, but I'm pretty sure Bradley's not keen on that one. Job not done for the Auckland defence yet. Is that any points that Waikato do take out of the game on the table? It'll be costly later. Van Leven inside the Auckland half. Edwards with a tackle. Turbalo showed the ball, kept it. Went to the deck.
There, that shot.
They'll have to let that go and make it available to Waikato to recycle. Tauroa's doing everything he can to clear it.
Easy, guys.
The referee made it a simple task.
Number 18.
Armstrong with a quick tap. Turbalo. Good pick up there from Francis. He's going to kick and chase. Paliali'i got there and Roy committed himself to the catch. He'll just kick it into touch. Who better to do that than Gareth Anscombe to bring out Auckland as the victors. 32 points to 22. Hard earned, hard fought, well won.
Well, yeah, certainly had to work hard for it, Auckland, but they worked hard where in the key areas up front. Impressive front row. They were actually pretty good at set piece all round, Auckland, today. And they scored some good tries, some entertaining tries. And they've continued the momentum. The comprehensive win over Manawatu. You can see this Auckland side, Tom, just growing in confidence, growing as a team. Starting to look threatening, most definitely.